was really good. And the strategy, I mean, with tires, I mean, that was incredible. I mean, that was the right call. We were the only ones coming down the road, and it was cool. I think the part for me tonight that was different, I'm watching how many cars were lapping on each one of these green flag runs. Obviously, long green flag runs. I'm watching the cars that were lapping, and I'm going, man, there's not going to be many left on the lead lap. And ultimately, I think there was 14 or 15, whatever it was, whenever we came out of the pits. But that's doable. If there was 30 or 35 on the lead lap, we were probably in trouble. But with 15 on the lead lap, we were able to drive through some of them and obviously get the result.
All right, Zach.
Zach Sterniolo, NASCAR.com. Justin, congrats on the win. I know when you came in here, we talked about accidentally dooring Brandon Jones. Unfortunately, it was contact between Josh and Sam that ended up taking them out, as well as Brandon, kind of in that one crash. When you guys have just an incident, a racing incident between teammates at JRM, how do you guys resolve that, and what conversations are had midweek, just to put that in the past?
Well, I mean, it's tough, right? I mean, when you have, tonight we had 5, but when you have 4 junior motorsports Camaros that are battling for wins every week, you're battling teammates, and that is a hard build to kind of make sure that we do the right things, right? We all want to win. We're all out there, and Dale and Kelly and LW, there are no orders at our shop, right? We want success for the whole building, but you also have to, in some ways, assert yourself into trying to make sure that works. Tonight, I think it was just circumstances, right? I think the 8 ended up with a flat right front before they turned into 1, and then that was ultimately what resulted in the big crash. But it just as easily could have happened right before that. Not many laps before that. We had a restart. I drove down into 3, got on the splitter, and drove right up into the side of Brandon. Like, as a driver, for me, and now maybe not everybody feels this way, but for me, that's like the worst feeling in the world, right? Like, I'm keying the mic, like, I'm so sorry I got on the splitter, I drove up into him, I didn't mean to, and if it wrecks him in that moment, that doesn't fix his day, right? Obviously it's an accident, but things happen. When we get together on Monday, there's going to be some hard feelings, right? No question. But what I love about our shop and about our race team is the cohesiveness that we have, between crew chiefs and between drivers, just the effort that we have put into, be a tighter knit group this year. We're actively helping each other try to win races and be faster and understand what we need to do. And like I said, it's gonna be rough on Monday, but I can promise you by the time we get to the next race, it'll be done and over with, and we'll go out there and we'll battle it out just the same as we did the night before the disaster happened. So, it was cool having Dale Jr. in the race tonight, but that obviously steps up. It ramps up the pressure, right? And I think that's where when Dale was out front, man, it was hard. I'm like, I don't want Dale to win. I want to beat him, right? But when I got beside him and we were racing on that same side, you're like, okay, I can't run into him, right? I want to make sure if I pass him, I got to pass him clean. And honestly, if he had won the race, I'd have been ultra proud of him. I told him that tonight, and I'm like, man, I'm so bummed that I don't even know what happened to his car, but so bummed because it was really a lot of fun to be able to race with Dale and all of my teammates really to battle it out for a win.
This is Daniel Hemrick, driver of number 11 Collar Grits Chevrolet. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of those 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.